So I just saw Tenet in theaters, and my socially distanced self really enjoyed it. So to preface and constantly remind you, I am a huge Christopher Nolan shill. I really have a deep appreciation for what he values in filmmaking, which I'll get into later, but this movie was a roller coaster from start to finish and garnered a lot of mixed reviews, so let's get into this. So there were a lot of people who didn't like this movie for a lot of reasons, a lot of which are valid and I'll talk about, but just know that in response to these criticisms, I'll be on Nolan's side for those. So if you want to throw a tanny about it, I'd just leave now, because you're not going to like what I have to say. So to start off, I really enjoyed the opening scene. It establishes who the protagonist is, what this universe is, and even throws a foreshadow of inverted objects for brownie points, and I really enjoyed it. Speaking of this scene, the music in this film is really good. Now there are those out there that say, the music in Tenet has no theme, and whenever I hear that, I think, did you even listen to the music? Now sure, it's not an overly immersive scores of Hans Zimmer, but it definitely doesn't seem out of place or unworthy of being in this film. It's simplistic at its core and helps to immerse us in the world of inversion. The staccato mechanical chimes throughout this film fade in and out, much like a palindrome. Oh, by the way, Tenet is a palindrome of two tens converging on each other, much like the ending of the film. I also like that it's a film that keeps you thinking after you've watched it. Like, be real, have you ever left a Marvel movie thinking, I wonder how Ant-Man shrinks down? No, I'm just kidding, of course you haven't. When I left the theater, I was still thinking about the mechanics of inverting time, and I really liked that in the movie, again why I'm such a Nolan fanboy. Another thing I really enjoyed about this film is what I enjoy about all of his films, which I will humbly dub Nolanisms. At their core, Nolanisms are really just cliches that he does. If you've seen one of his movies, you've basically seen them all. That's because I don't know why I gave it a name or whatever. So one example I have of practical effects used in this movie is the jet crash scene. You have no idea how giddy I got when I realized that they were actually going to crash a jet into a hangar. I was sitting there like, oh my god, they're actually going to crash a freaking jet in this movie. What the fuck? And there was, and it was insanity. And if you know Nolan like I do, he actually crashed a jet into a hangar. That wasn't crappy CGI. I can guarantee you he did that practically, which I give him a lot of praise for. Scenes like the jet crash and the Opera House explosion were actually done, which gives this movie a lot more realism to it. Which is also why I enjoy the reversal scenes a lot too. He actually recorded things normally, then reversed the film in post, something he can do because he still films on 70mm. Alright, let's talk about the characters for a second, most notably Kat. I kinda like Kat's arc in the film. People have criticized Nolan for not having any character development in his movies, but honestly, those people are really, really dumb. For some examples, Inception has Cobb struggle with accepting that his wife is gone. Interstellar has Cooper realizing that he's missing Murph's entire life. Now, okay, fine, not everyone in this movie has character development or any character arcs, but they aren't complete without them. The relationship between Kat and Sator in this movie was really believable, and the final scene where he shoots him literally brings it full circle, which I really liked. Alright, I guess I have to address the apparently major complaints and attempt to justify and discuss them. Alright, biggest one I've heard so far, the dialogue is hard to hear. Ooh, I just want to hear what they're saying. It's too loud. Can you turn? Get over it. I'm just kidding, but seriously, the dialogue was really hard to hear, even for me. And to be honest, like many others, I thought it was only just me. I really thought that, there's just something wrong with the speakers or whatever in the theater, but a lot of other people had that issue online, which is unfortunate because everyone's creating sort of a cancel culture around it, and I'm not having any of that, and here's why. And to start off with my reasoning, I think it's honestly Dunkirk's fault. So to recap, Dunkirk is a World War II thriller centered around the events that take place on the beaches of Dunkirk. It's a film that has explosions at every turn, intense air battle sequences, and lots of running. But in this film, it's hard to hear people in this one too.
I'd go. 11 o'clock. She's lining up to drop her load on that minesweeper.
That's what she said!
But you know the difference? It's set in the middle of war. Now sure, Filmmaking 101 dictates that if you're going to write dialogue, it has to be audible to audiences, or else they're not going to know what's going on. But in the case of an historical event, it's something that we can kind of follow without really needing the dialogue. Nolan himself even said that we as viewers can follow a film well enough without needing to follow every word that the viewer is saying. And in the case of Dunkirk, this formula is passable and even really creative at times. But for Tenet, nah, it really doesn't work. I mean, Jesus, could you imagine if Inception sounded like this?
Cafe, almost everything else is here too.
Who are the people?
Projections in my subconscious.
Yeah, you wouldn't enjoy yourself, would you? Which is why this film is a little frustrating to follow at a lot of pivotal scenes. Oh, who are they chasing? Oh, they have to go to this place because of a thing? I don't know, I couldn't hear the reason because the music and background noise is so loud. Oh my god. It's a definite con of the movie, yes. However, indulge me for a second on why I think this is intentional. Let's take a look at Christopher Nolan's career for a second. He starts out small, creating Following, Insomnia, and Memento. Then he blows away audiences everywhere with the Dark Knight trilogy. From that point on, he has Warner Brothers under complete and undivided attention after Inception, and has not made a single unoriginal screenplay since. I don't know if you know this, but that is power that no other working director today has, and Nolan knows that. He also knows the era, and most importantly, the attention spans of the audiences. I think that he knows that if his films don't have a comic book or pre-existing property attached to them, people are going to lose interest. And although that isn't entirely true, I did pay attention a lot more to the movie now that the dialogue was annoyingly quiet. But like I said, Nolan can kind of do whatever he wants. So until Warner Brothers drops the other shoe, we're going to keep getting hard-to-hear movies. I don't know, it's just a theory. So okay, do I like this movie? Do I think it's garbage and poorly edited? Absolutely not. In fact, I think this movie is a lot of fun if you let it take you on an adventure. So I am definitely a passive movie viewer, so take that as you will, but if you're looking for a film that is as, if not more fun than Inception, you'll really enjoy this movie. 9 out of 10, don't at me. Well, thanks for making it to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of a different video for this channel. I've done a lot of longer form Cole's Classics movie reviews, movies that I've seen like a trillion times that I really enjoy talking about and watching over and over again. But I thought that I would try to tackle something a little bit different, saying I had a lot of things I wanted to say about this movie, and I also wanted to share and immortalize in a video how much I love Christopher Nolan films. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Leave a like if you'd like me to do some more short movie reviews, or maybe even shorter ones if a movie comes out and you guys really want to hear. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.